just one survivor from this horrible situation that happened in India with Air India plane crashing, and we look at it as a miracle in the middle of such devastation. But at the same time, if we do the cool-headed objective analysis that I try to do here in the channel all the time, is there something to be learned? In fact, is it something being proven by this man surviving? I think it is. Follow me with this video. You'll see exactly what I mean. As always, if you want to learn more about realistic survival and preparedness without fear and paranoia, simply analyzing events and situations and trying to learn from them, you have the channel with a ton of information. And you also have my books, Survival Skills, as well as Surviving the Economic Collapse. These are some of the best-selling survival books in English, Spanish, and French. Now, let's listen to the man himself. Let's bring up the volume here a little bit. Everything from my eyes, I don't believe how I survived. But when oh damn it, there it goes. So he unbuckled, when he realizes, I realized I was alive, and I tried to unbuckle myself from the seat and escape from where I could. So first clue, he was wearing his seat belt. All of those people, oh, he just jumped. He was wearing his seat belt. Without the seat belt, you're immediately a goner in this situation. Wear your seat belt in your car, in your plane. He unbuckles it. He reacts quickly. When in front of my eyes, horrible. After takeoff, within minutes, felt like the plane came to a standstill. Flaps, loss of power in the engines, we still don't know. This is the moment in which these things happen. Turn off, could feel the engine thrust increasing to go up, but it crashed with speed into the building. Okay, so a bunch of things. Some of these incidents that have happened before, it was the flaps being stuck, human error, mechanical error, but it has happened before that the flaps were not in the right position. That causes this to happen. Also to keep in mind, it is statistically the case that the most dangerous moment is in the first couple minutes of takeoff. The moment in which the plane is taking off, the moment in which it reached that critical speed where it either flies or it better fly, well, that's the moment where you cannot go back. You cannot just, slow down. And the moment in which it starts flying, it needs speed to gain velocity to go up in the air. If something goes wrong in that moment, that is by far, statistically speaking, the most dangerous moment in the entire flight. The moment in which it's taking off until it reaches the altitude it needs. When it's on cruise speed, things can happen. They have happened before. Things can go wrong when landing. Statistically speaking, the moment when you're taking off, that is the most dangerous. You have to wear your seatbelt. Don't be a wise ass. No, you're not going to wear your seatbelt, because I've talked with pilots that told me people that break their neck by hitting their heads in the plane when they just, even with strong turbulence, this can happen, all right? And then there is the final thing that I thought, wow. It is fascinating to observe these things. It's fascinating to read about the man seems to be fine. It is really a miracle in spite of everything horrible that went down. But his seat was placed right next to the emergency door, which he says came off when the plane hit the ground. So when he realized that he didn't break his neck and break apart because he was wearing his seatbelt, he reacted fast and removed the seatbelt and got out of there, but he was right next to the emergency door. And that is most likely why this man is still alive. Why? Because, again, statistically speaking, your chances of survival increase the closer you are to the emergency exit. This is something we've discussed in the channel before when talking about plane disasters. When these things happen, it is the closer you are to the emergency exit, the more likely you are to survive. Again, anything can happen. You may be the guy that magically survived from the tail because it broke. Whatever. Strange things can happen. And we're talking about averages. We're talking about percentages. There's no guarantees on anything. But understanding when the risk is higher, when you should be more alert and aware, right? And understanding that the place in which you're sitting in a plane does make a difference in your survivability, in your chances of making it out alive if there's an emergency. Not only this, but besides, it makes perfect sense. If the plane catches fire, not even up in the air, let's say it just landed or crash landed, or it just caught fire when taking, whatever the case is, and everyone has to evacuate, the closer you are to the exit, the more likely you are to survive.